Hello, everyone. This is Paul Feldman, Insurance Newsnet. I am really excited. We're at LIMRA 2025 annual conference in Orlando. And I'm joined here by some really impressive people that I've worked with, I've known for many, many years. Please welcome Kartik Satkaval, VP and CIO at LIMRA and Loma, Alex Rodoff, founder of EmTech Group, and Rob Secantine, Vice President of Sales at EmTech. Alex, let's start with you.
I'm Alex Rodoff, founder of EmTech Group. This is year number 7 for this wonderful company. And this company started as emerging technology division of a very large consulting company focused on quality assurance and testing. It was spun off, and now for the last 2 years has been focused on a product called QMT. We'll talk more about that later. But at this point, I felt that specifically insurance industry is quite ready for a significant transformation in the QA space. More importantly, the space that has been to some degree neglected for quite some time. And I feel that now, with significant investment in AI, significant investment in technology and digital transformations that are taking place within pretty much every insurance company out there, it is important to ensure the quality of the product, ensuring the quality of the policies that are being issued. And there has to be a smarter way of doing this than manual testing. And that's why EmTech is in business.
Alex, tell us about your background before you started EmTech.
So I've been in the quality assurance and testing space for the last 30 years. Believe it or not, it's been forever. I remember when QA was, less than 1% of the IT budgets. Today, believe it or not, according to quite a few market analysts, it's over 50% of IT budget goes to ensure quality, especially in the regulated industries, such as insurance. And this is the space that I absolutely love. I've written books about QA. I spoke in many conferences, and at this point, I feel that given my background, given my experience, focusing on creating technology to ensure technology works is the right way to go.
Awesome. Rob.
Hi, I'm Rob Secantine, and I'm the VP of Sales for EmTech Group. And I've been with the company for, as Alex suggested, the last couple of years since we've really begun to bring the product truly to market. And as Alex says, it is really a truly revolutionary product in the QA space. My background is startups. You might refer to me as a startup junkie, but that's what I am. And I love taking things from an incubation stage and bringing them to fully product to market and delivering value for the customers so that we can grow our customer base and really deliver results for the shareholders.
So tell us, who is EmTech Group?
We are a software development company that has delivered really the first true end-to-end transformative QA software purpose-built for the insurance industry. And what QMT does and delivers is improved and dramatically improved product speed to market, ensuring regulatory compliance, and virtually eliminating those product defects which lead to day 2 issues that are truly embarrassing, and the things that your distribution organizations like your agents and your sales reps absolutely hate.
Imagine a bubble around your organization that ensures quality. And every time there's introduction of new code, there's going to be a product out there within your code base that will validate every possible permutation, every possible combination, and allowing executives to sleep at night knowing that everything's going to work on day 2.
Very good. So one of your things that you talk about is QMT. What does that mean, and how does that affect the industry?
QMT is our product, and as I mentioned, it is the first purpose-built for the insurance industry transformative QA automation software. And it delivers just that, quality. But importantly, it delivers dramatically improved product speed to market. And that's obviously important to your distribution organizations, your agents, etc. If you deliver it quickly, but it's of poor quality, you've really defeated the purpose. So ultimately, our product is designed to deliver product to market speed and with the fewest material defects absolutely possible. Imagine, if you will, the old-fashioned way, where you might take, in the time it takes, for example, to create a test plan, create the test scripts, generate and execute the test scripts, and get maybe 10 or 15% overall test coverage. With QMT, in less time and at far less expense, you can get as much as 100% test coverage in the same scenario, really providing your QA staffs with the ability to become far more efficient, delivering the quality on time and under budget.
If I may add, there's a very important point about KMT. It is purpose-built technology solution for insurance, as Rob has mentioned. There's many general tools out there that will allow for test automation and allow for faster creation of testing frameworks and so on and so forth. But there's none of them are purpose built for insurance. We decided to create a product specifically for the insurance space.
And let me add, we've recently introduced a product to the market that's dramatic. We've heard and feel that it's groundbreaking. It's called QMT True PDF. And what it delivers is an automated capability to validate all of the PDFs that are generated, for example, in product packages, policy packages, and it does so with the ability to validate both static and dynamic data, as well as the accuracy and positioning of that data on the page. So gone is the manual effort that is prone with errors, very slow in the process, and again, only maybe 5 or 10% of the applications get tested. Whereas with this, you can get up to 100% test coverage of all of your PDFs.
And just think about it from the industry perspective. I mean, being in QA for such a long time, I can honestly tell you it's a dream to have 100% coverage. It is absolutely essential because we, as QA folks, or as developers, or as executives, we need to have that peace of mind knowing that the product is going to stand up to day 2 and it's going to work day 3 and so on and so forth. But if the testing can only cover, as it is today, 10% or 15% of the product functionality, we're taking a significant risk, and that risk is not warranted. And today, unfortunately, there's no way otherwise. So EmTech came up with QMT, and I believe this is the answer the industry has been waiting for such a long time.
Awesome. So Kartik, tell me about yourself. You are the VP and CIO at LIMRA. Tell me a little bit about what you do, the industry, how you work with companies, and
Yeah, thank you. So Kartik Saktaval, Vice President CIO, LIMRA and LOMA. I'm actually transitioning into a new role as Chief AI and Business Transformation Officer of LIMRA and LOMA. Thank you. Yeah, no, it's a big
congratulations.
opportunity. Thank you very much. Huge opportunity here. So LIMRA and LOMA, we pulled the industry together, right? And I would love to talk about our AI industry group. Our AI industry group today has 147 business and technology executives representing over 55 firms, Canada, Latin America, and the United States. We're co-creating actionable insights, best practices, tools, frameworks, scorecards, and industry standards because nothing like this exists in our industry. So we're very bullish on AI. We are very bullish on the fact that we can help our industry navigate the age of AI with confidence.
well, let's get into AI because AI is the big topic. Everyone has AI on their booths at this conference. Everybody's talking about it. All the people that are attending it. Tell us a little bit, like, what's LIMRA's perspective on where we're at and where we're going to be in like 1 year or 2 years, and what kind of things are we going to see in 5 to 10 years?
Yeah, so it's an exciting time to be in our industry. And the only reason I'll say it's an exciting time is it's a once in a generational opportunity for us to truly fundamentally transform our industry and financially protect more of our fellow citizens, whether those are Americans or just like with Alex, those are your fellow Canadians, right? I think it is imperative of us to be able to tap into AI successfully, responsibly, and safely, and scale that out. So, LIMRA's perspective, as we usually do, we pull the industry together, right? I mentioned earlier we have 150, almost 150 business and technology senior executives on this AI industry group. Last year was a finger on the pulse on where the industry was with respect to AI at that point in time. We did a survey. We wrote 3 to 4 actionable, insightful white papers that are just as salient today as they were last year, as they will be, Paul, 3 to 5 years from now. We pivoted over into phase two sometime in the summer of 2024, simply because our industry lacks the tools, the scorecards, the frameworks, the best practices, and industry standards by the industry for the industry. Look, these are not competitive advantages, right? Not having them is a competitive disadvantage for the totality of the industry, right? So the industry came together, and over the past year, over the past 18 months or so, we have published 70 of these articles, right? So what I'm excited about with these frameworks, Paul, is that they're turnkey, right? So you can go to limra.com, as long as you're a LIMRA or a LOMA member, limra.com, mirrored to loma.org. You can download these frameworks and then apply them, kerplunk them into your organization and start using them immediately, right? My only ask is change the tag that says insert company name here. And then and they're good to go, right?
I bet you that happens way too.
It happens way too often. But the beauty of these frameworks and best practices is that they're also extensible. So don't stop where we stopped. Make them your own. Customize them. Make them bespoke. My only ask is just following like a GitHub open source model. If you make it better, and if it's devoid of your proprietary sauce, right, send it back to me so that the entire industry can benefit, right? So that's
It's like an open source model.
it is an open source model. And we're also working via subcommittees to surface timely, topical, actionable insights, right? So imminently, this is September of 2025. In Q4 of 2025, we will be releasing the work of our subcommittees. Number one, governance best practices. It doesn't make sense for you to try and figure out best practices bespoke to your firm. Do that for sure. Learn from the entire industry, right? Apply that within your organizations. Cybersecurity. The face of cybersecurity is going to change imminently, right? Using AI. So what are some of the best practices that we want the industry to know, from executives all the way to your fresh college hire, to know about cybersecurity? And then things that we all struggle with. Should I build? Should I buy? Or should I partner with an external third party with my AI implementation? So we're gonna talk about those best practices as we pivot into 3 new subcommittees, talking about AI agents. You talked about what's on the horizon. Look, AI agents and agentic AI is moving so quickly, in my opinion, at a double exponential pace. Uh, AI agents and agentic AI were not on our bingo card in December of last year.
Wow.
We published our roadmap in January. I felt good about it. I'm like, this is achievable. We can do this, right? And then 2 weeks after, agentic AI just exploded in our industry, right? So I'm like,
So agentic is like an agent that was doing a task, or an agent as an agent that's selling a policy.
That's a great question, Paul. So our industry, is still trying to demystify and deconfuse people because our industry, when they hear the word agent, you automatically go to life insurance agent.
Yes.
So an AI agent is effectively an AI program code, that has a specific set of instructions and can do specific tasks, but it is savvy enough to learn from its environment and have some limited autonomy, right? And that's the whole reason behind the word agentic and AI agent, because it has agency, right? Agentic AI is basically an orchestration tier. So if you can think about AI agents as individual contributors, agentic AI is the orchestrator. It's the manager. If you think about a factory shop floor, right, that can manage multiple AI agents to work in synchronicity to achieve whatever outcomes you wanted to achieve. And the simplest example I can provide is an AI agent would be like your car's GPS, right? You tell it where you want to go. It will go figure out climatic conditions. It'll go figure out road conditions, and it'll give you the best pathway to get from point A to point B with the least fuel, the least amount of tolls, or whatever else you ask it to do. Agentic AI is like your autonomous driving vehicles. If you go to Austin, Texas, your Waymo car pulls up, right? There's no driver, right? Driverless car. But in addition to that GPS capability, it also needs to understand, am I going to hit a pedestrian? Am I going to hit a roadblock, right? What are the weather conditions, and make sure I adjust my speed accordingly. So that to me is agentic AI, because you've got multiple autonomous agents working in synchronicity with this agentic model. And LIMRA and LOMA are going to champion the industry and give us best practices on how to scale and adopt these things.
So are these people that are going to do underwriting, or they're going to enhance tasks or replace people in the industry?
So my opinion, and my opinion alone, our industry strip all the technology away, including AI, strip it all away. We are a human-to-human industry.
Yes,
Period. And
absolutely.
we're a person-to-person industry. So let me dispel the myth right now that AI is going to wholesale willy-nilly replace people. Look, if there are rote, repeatable operational tasks that you do, right? Fair game to be automated by virtue of AI. And why wouldn't you? Imagine if I told you right now, I can give you 10% back in your day. If you're an insurance agent and you get 10% back in your day to pick up the phone and call the Smiths and say, congratulations on having twins, let's talk about your coverages. That's a W. It's a W for them. It's a W for you, right?
Absolutely.
So those are the kind of opportunities. If you're in the back office, right, underwriting, actuarial, free up 20% of your day. Build your domain knowledge. Become a student of the game. Pursue LOMA designations. Pursue LOMA industry advantage, right? So to elevate your understanding of the business so that you can apply your craft in any part of your organizational value chain, right?
Yeah.
At some point, we're here with our friends from EmTech. When you think about quality assurance, you can automate the entirety and totality of your quality assurance, and that's fantastic. You need some level of domain knowledge to be able to guide the platform and guide the solution, right, that you're implementing, and that's the value proposition of AI in our industry.
Okay, so that's one thing.
Yep.
What else you have?
Well, I would say AI, if you think about, I wouldn't characterize AI as replacement of humans. I would characterize it as augmented intelligence, right?
Yeah.
And listen, I'll be perfectly honest. If there are not just within our industry, but if there are adjacent tasks that get automated, data entry, for example, right? Low level. That's great. That's awesome. Let's automate those tasks and free up the people to do some great thought leadership. I'll give you guys a simple example, right? I don't know if anybody's visited a call center or a customer care center recently, right? If you're a life carrier, no one's calling you, Paul, as a call center rep to say, hey, Paul, how's your day going? Right? They're calling you with either a dire time in their lives or they're calling you because they have a very specific problem that they need your help with, right? So there are carriers that have attrition rates that are over 100%, like almost 100. Your statistics can't keep up with your attrition rate. Why is that, right? It's a tough job, a call center rep, a call center customer care agent. You're expected to lead with empathy because these are your customers. You're your brand ambassador, right? You're trying to provide white glove service with fast food turnaround times. You're surrounded by 5 screens with 17 systems that aren't integrated and don't talk to each other. And oh, by the way, BT Dubs, you're also on the front line of intercepting insurance fraud. That's a lot to ask for somebody, right?
Yeah.
So imagine if you, as a carrier, as an organization, can help give them one pane of glass using AI, right? Free up 20% of the time to invest in Loma ACS, Associated Customer Service. You can pivot their mindset from going from a job to a career. We talk about all the time about talent issues in our industry, attraction and retention of talent. That's one way to solve it, right? That's your entry-level pipeline into the firms.
So I bet you what's next is you're going to want to have a chip in all new agents' head to teach them insurance like that. Keep 'em-
I don't think we're going to have chips in anybody's heads anytime soon, right? But we will have AI capabilities deployed to individuals. Look, 100% of carriers have ChatGPT type tools, right? Whether it's Microsoft Copilot, GPT for Enterprise, the general chat capabilities deployed today. Where I think we still have some work to do in our industry is to be able to scale out those implementations. We've got, at any given time in any given carrier, we've got about 25 to 50 use cases in the ideation pipeline, right? So ideation is great. Operationalizing them is even better. So when we talk about EmTech, look, AI needs to be safe and scalable, but you need to thoroughly test it, right? So as Alex talked about earlier, if you have software testing software, that's a win. That's a W, right? And that is the criticality of AI is before you introduce AI, quality assurance and quality control throughout that process has to be paramount focus for us.
Absolutely. And it's not only um, has to be thoroughly tested. Now, there's a lot, unfortunately, with AI, we have seen situations where it hallucinates. It comes up with situations where it might not be ideally, I guess, dealing with the situation or whatever the case is. And especially when AI is used to write code, sometimes that code sometimes that code does not really work together with the rest of the code because some other AI wrote the other piece. So the role of QA is changing dramatically as well because a lot more testing needs to be done and it has to be quite thorough. So, with that, in the insurance space, you have to create test data. And test data in the past has been, you mask the production data or you create data somehow on the fly. Well, what QMT does is it naturally creates test data. It creates test data as test cases get created. So any regression testing is now a lot easier. And the most important part, it doesn't take months, it doesn't take years to build this. It can take days, maybe up to a week to create this, which is absolutely revolutionizing the industry that we're in.
That's amazing. Well, I thank you very much, everyone, for your time. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Paul, terrific. Thank you for the time.
Yes, great information.